I don't take a side on the fucking cultural war. The left, the right, conservative, liberal, lefty, whatever the fuck is. Because everybody, anyone that studies a little bit of philosophy, that knows about psychology, understands reality, knows that the world is a very complex, interdependent place where we look for balance among the forces that exist. So it's never one thing or the other. It's a regulation between them. You can't see the blue without the fucking yellow. So you need both colors. It's not one color or the other. So you need to understand that some ideas, they need to be compensated by the other. So you need to respect tradition, but at the same time, you also need to innovate. So you have to be conservative regarding tradition. You don't want to destroy paintings and beautiful buildings, but at the same time, you want to move forward and understand new things, create modern ideas, questioning things, deconstruct things, but also constructing, right? So you need both things being played out. Having said that, if you put a gun in my head and say, choose a fucking side, I would definitely choose the side that talks about personal responsibility, the side that talks about merit, that talks about competence, that talks about whatever you do in your life is your responsibility, the side that doesn't look for victims all the time. And of course, I wouldn't choose the side that every time that I achieve a fucking goal, they try to fill me in with some kind of group guilt that wants to diminish my accomplishments because they say now, oh, you are a white male. That's why you say that. Oh, because you are a man, you have to check your privileges. Fuck off. This is a very, very bad mentality. If you understand psychology, you can see how fucking unhealthy this is. This creates unconscious guilt. You can even enjoy your own achievements because you're always thinking about yourself as part of some group. So that's the problem with the cultural wars. You see that there's this side that only talks about group mentality. It doesn't talk about personal responsibility. When I was depressed in 2020, when I was sick, when my back was broken and I couldn't walk, and I was stuck in another country, and I had financial problems, and I ended the relationship, all of those things were happening. Guess what? Guess what I heard from a person off the left? He said, oh man, that's white male problem. He actually said that to my fucking face. You know what I heard from the other side? You have responsibility. You have to get everything that happens to you and learn from it and become better. So yeah, you can see that there is that this side of the equation, they have taken the discourse to a bad side. They're only thinking about that. It's only about groups. It's only about victimhood. Pause here to tell you, if you're liking this channel, if you're liking this kind of content, like it and subscribe. If you don't like it, also like it and fucking subscribe. We have to learn that the biggest value, the most important value is freedom, is personal responsibility. The individual is the cornerstone of the state. So every time you put a group in front of the individuality, you can lead things to hell. Jordan Peterson talks a lot about this. It goes deeper in his book, 12 Rules for Life, Maps of Meaning. I really recommend this. The Gulag Archipelago from Alexander Solzhenitsyn. His guys explain how the Gulag happened in Russia. And in his book, he lived in the concentration camp. And in this book, he explained step by step how the Marxism's thoughts end up genocide and the death of millions of people in the Soviet Union. It's very important to be aware of the dangers of these thoughts. And nothing wrong comes when you're focused on the individuality. Stoicism is basically individuality focused on when society is going through a hard time, the best thing you can do is focus on your individuality. And that's the lesson. That's why it's coming up so hard now. It's not a coincidence because society is passing through some sort of crisis and we have to rely on our own potential, on our own divinity inside of us. And I speak that in the metaphorical, like deep nature sense, biological sense. The nature is an intelligent thing. So we will have to rely on this intelligent entity that we are, that is the universe. So that's the message. Personal responsibility on top of everything. Thanks a lot.